Someone asks me, why does God allow suffering after salvation? This is a question most people don't answer correctly. Most people think, if God really loves me, why didn't he protect me from pain? But the thing is that salvation is rescue from death, spiritual death, not insulation from reality. That's the first part. And here's the first truth. God doesn't immediately remove suffering, because sometimes suffering is not the enemy. Sometimes suffering is a refiner, a separator, a revealer, a trainer. Gold is not purified by explanation. It is purified by fire. So here is the hidden purpose of post-salvation suffering. When a person is unsaved, God restrains chaos to preserve the person. When a person is saved, God allows pressure to form them. Why? Because before salvation, God is keeping you alive. After salvation, God is making you useful. And usefulness requires strength. And strength requires resistance. Because relief without maturity produces entitlement, shallow faith, dependence on blessings instead of God. God would rather have you confused and growing than comfortable and spiritually hollow. This is why scripture says we rejoice in suffering, because suffering produces endurance. Suffering produces something good that comfort could never. And the lie we must kill. Some may say, if God loved me, he wouldn't let this happen. But the truth is, if God didn't love you, he will let you stay weak. Please listen carefully. I'm not saying that suffering is inherently holy. And it's important to note that it is not every suffering or struggle that is from God or that produces results or growth. Some suffering is a result of misalignment, sin, our choices, or sometimes just ignoring God's timing. That type of suffering doesn't refine. It warns. You see, endurance, the kind that produces character, comes when suffering intersects with God's plan. It's the suffering we walk through in alignment with Him. That suffering comes in obedience or in seasons He has appointed. That suffering shapes, strengthens, and matures us. Please, let's not go into the danger of glorifying suffering. Some people wear suffering as a badge of honor, as if it makes them spiritual. That is not what I am teaching here. But glorifying misalignment teaches people to endure what should be corrected, not refined. So believers need discernment. Ask, is this suffering from God's refining hands? Or is this a warning of our misalignment with His plan? The goal here is to recognize the difference, walk in alignment, and let God's appointed trials produce endurance and not just tolerate every hardship blindly.